والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Respected scholars, elders, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah for giving us this opportunity of Platform 2018. Inshallah, our reflection tonight will be on life. Life means different things to different people. And there is living life and there is living Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us guidance in the Quran to these two categories. The first one is living life. And we know there are people in this world who are just living life. And they know how to do that very well. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described them in the Holy Quran. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You hear these people say, in here, illa hayatuna dunya, namutu wa nahya, wa ma nahnu bimab'uthin. They say, this is life. There's nothing to it other than we live and die. And we enjoy it to the fullest. وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمَبْعُوثِينَ. We will never be raised up again. There's nothing like hereafter. There's nothing like Qiyam. Also, Allah described the category of people who only live life for the sake of life in another ayah of the Quran, wherein He says, وَقَالُوا إِنْ هِيَ إِلَّا حَيَاتُنَا الدُّنْيَا نَمُوتُ وَنَحْيَا وَمَا يُهْلِكُنَا إِلَّا الدَّهْرُ. You hear some people say again, this is life. There is nothing to it. We just live, we enjoy it, and we die. The only thing that we worry about, that we care about, is time. Time is the only thing that will, perish us. Meaning that when we die. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is letting us know that this kind of attitude or this kind of approach to life is totally wrong. Those who adopt this approach, hear what Allah has for them. مَا لَهُمْ بِذَلِكَ مِنْ عِلْمٍ إِنْ هُمْ إِلَّا يَظُنُّونَ. They have no knowledge of what they are saying. They are confused. They are just guessing. They don't know a thing about what they are talking about. Of course, then we'll talk about living Islam. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Allah has made us believers. We are Muslims. And Allah has not left us alone to wonder as to what life means or to struggle looking for direction as to the meaning of our life and existence. And therefore Allah says in the Quran, اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو وزينة وتفاخر بينكم. Allah has given us a purpose for our life. Not only has He given us a purpose for our life, then Allah also described the journey of life to us so that we know and we understand. The purpose of our life, of our existence, it has meaning, as opposed to those who just live life. They think it's all about just living and dying and doing whatever they want to do. La. Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. The main purpose for which I have created you, mankind, and the jinn is to worship me. There we know that there is purpose and meaning to our life. We are here to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also, the journey of life, Allah explained it to us. اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب وله. Your existence in this life, let me tell you what it is. You have a lot of opportunity to play, like our children, games, sports, every kind of fun activities. Of course, It's part of life. And Islam recognizes that. When we're young, we play. Also, adults also have fun, don't we? We go to Vegas, right? And we do a lot of fun activities. When we grow up, we also have fun. Wazinatun, we want to be okay in life. We want to be good. We want to look good. We want to live in good environment, good houses, good homes. وَتَفَاخُرٌ بَيْنَكُمْ فِي الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْحَوْلَاتِ. We also have some responsibility in life to take care of. We got bills to pay, right? We have to raise our children. We have to raise our family. It's part of life. This is the journey of life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained this to us in the Quran very clearly so that we are not confused. And we know what the journey is all about. We have to do this thing. And thirdly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us know that the life here is not the end in itself. There is more to this life than our existence here. There is a hereafter. There is a hereafter. And that is why Allah says, أَيْنَمَا تَكُونُوا يُدْرِكُمُ الْمَوْتُ وَلَوْ كُنْتُمْ فِي بُرُجٍ مُشَيَّدَةٍ. Whether we like it or not, when the appointed time by Allah comes, we all leave. And where do we go? We go to the Akhirah. So in this Akhirah, there is expectations. We have expectations that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking forward to from all of us. And that is why in the ayah, Allah says, وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ وَمَغْفِرَةٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرِضْوَانٌ. That is what we look forward to. That is why our life as believer has a meaning, as opposed to those who just live life just for the sake of living. We know that وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ وَمَغْفِرَةٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرِضْوَانٌ. There are two things with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We pray that Allah give us the best one. Ameen. عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ. At the end of this life, when we return to Allah, every human being will meet one of two things with Allah. Azabun shadid is serious punishment. May Allah save us and protect us from that. The second thing is forgiveness from Allah, pardon, and His good pleasure. And that is what we all hope for and we desire when we return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Say Ameen. So this is living Islam. When we live within these confines, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us guidance in the Quran. We have limits, we have bounds that have been set by Allah. And when we live within the bounds and confines of the Holy Quran, then we are living al-Islam. Then our life as Muslims, as believers, does not end there. Allah has then chosen us as ambassadors and representatives to the rest of mankind. And that is what Allah says, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. We are going to be representative of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala amongst mankind. They have to learn from us and see the good example of living Islam in us. We have to represent that in every respect possible. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, on top of that, we also have to maintain a balanced and moderate life. Islam is all about balance and moderation. Balance and moderation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the journey of life, things we have to do that are necessary for our existence and well-being in this world. A good example is the high-tech, social media. Several years back, we don't have anything like Wi-Fi, WhatsApp, Facebook and all that. Look at all of the immense benefit we are deriving from, the IT revolution. Of course, for our deen, we derive a lot of benefits from that. A lot of Quran application on your phone. You can listen to the Quran on your phone. You can read books, electronic books and all that. That is an advantage. And Islam does not oppose that. Islam supports that. We have to do that. We have to maintain balance in our life. And Allah says, وَابْتَغِي فِي مَا أَتَاكَ اللَّهُ دَارَ الْآخِرَةِ وَلَا تَنْسَى نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. You have to seek the good pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, both in this world and in the hereafter, but at the same time, do not neglect your fair share of this world. That is living Islam. La tansa nasibaka min ad-dunya. We can't say because we are Muslims, we're not going to do anything. It's just going to be prayer 24/7 around the clock. That is extremism. Islam is not an extreme religion. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا. Allah says we have made you a justly balanced community. We are not extreme in our lifestyle, and we are not extreme even in our deen. To this end, dear brothers and sisters in Islam, also in the interest of time, I will close my reflection by reminding myself, first of all, and my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, that our lives as Muslims has been defined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He has given us boundaries and confines that we have to live within. And if we do that, then we are living Islam. Anything contrary to that, just living our own life the way we want, that is just living life and not living al-Islam. To this end, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam reminded us in one of his sayings when he said, إِنَّ لِرَبِّكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا وَلِنَفْسِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا وَلِأَهْلِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا فَأْتِي كُلَّ ذِي حَقٍّ حَقَّهُ. صدق الله العظيم. أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam teaching us balance and moderation in our affairs as well as in our deen. He said, certainly our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a right upon us. He is our Creator, He has a right upon us, and we must seek to fulfill the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at all times. In addition to that, وَلِنَفْسِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا. Our body also has a right on us. There are certain things we need to do for this body. وَلِأَهْلِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا. Our family, our community, our friends, they also have rights on us. فَأْتِي كُلَّ ذِي حَقٍّ حَقًّا. And the Holy Prophet said, you have to give each one of these three aspects of your life its due right. You give Allah its right through worship, through living Islam, and you take care of your body by enjoying and doing your fair share of this life, and you also take care of your family and your community. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولسائر المسلمين أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Please remain seated. Before we let the MPC chairman speak, Brother Haitham from Amana Mutual Funds, one of our sponsors for this event, will be leaving tomorrow. So he's here today and tomorrow. He has just 2 minutes. 2 minutes to just say a few words.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I wanted to congratulate all the participants in the recitation and memorization of the Quran. MashaAllah alaikum. May Allah bless you, bless your families and the judges. It's a beautiful thing to what. I'm a representative of Amana Mutual Funds. We are the first and largest Islamic mutual fund company in the United States. We have been providing halal investments for over 30 years to individuals, businesses, nonprofits. As Dr. Bello mentioned, I am going to be here throughout this evening, and unfortunately I have to leave to another event tomorrow, so I'll be here through the morning till about lunchtime. So if you need any questions, please come to the booth outside and grab my card. If I leave tomorrow, I'll leave some materials as well, so you can grab information and my card. Again, I want to thank the NCN-MO board, Dr. Bello, for having us and having us part of your sponsors, and inshallah we'll continue to do so. So, Jazakallah khair wa assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. I just want to give us a few announcements.
Today we want to share with us that we parents, we need to do more, please. We've been having complaints from the security people that parents are still taking their kids upstairs. Please, it's giving us a head of problem. If you are going upstairs, go by yourself. Leave the kids to have their own enjoyment in their lecture rooms or wherever they need to be. Please, please, and please. We don't want to have any altercation with any adult. Please let us have this at the back of our minds. These kids are here. They have their own schedules. We also have our own schedules. Let's run our schedules differently and separately. Please. Again, this evening we will be having a chaperone and security meeting. The same place, Garrison Suite, at 10:30. We want to make it brief. I don't think there is any big problem or issues, but we still need to recap the day's event so that we can prepare very well and better for tomorrow. Whatever the lapses we have today, we want to look at it together and see how we better eat and prepare for tomorrow. Please. And tomorrow is our gala night. Okay. Tomorrow is gala night, and we need everybody to be well dressed. We have witnessed it before 2 times in the past, so we want tomorrow to be a better show. We come well dressed in your full, either English or traditional wears, full regalia, and well kitted with dollars. Yes, we need money to fund this program and any other program of our organization. So we want us to come fully loaded and contribute very, very well to the programs that we have. So tomorrow, gala night in the evening, by 6:15 everybody will be left to go and dress up and come back to the Bayshore ballroom, well prepared. Please don't forget your purse or wallet. Put your checks, cash, credit card, all are accepted. Thank you very much.